Welcome back to another workout video. In today's workout video, I'll be showing you guys an upper body and a lower body workout. I have been staying strong with the upper body and lower body split. We're going to start today's workout video with the upper body workout, and we are starting with one of my favorites, a machine chest press, a very light and not too taxing way to start on the body by getting the blood flow going where we need it to go. I am going to be lifting light in today's video. I've been experimenting with my rep ranges in the past, and lately I've been lifting really light because it feels really good on my body, and I can consistently go to the gym, which for me that is the goal because it really helps my mental health. Just being at the gym and pumping the iron is what it's about. And after hitting the chest with the machine chest press, we are moving on to the biceps with a standing easy bar bicep curl. And I find using a mirror always, without a doubt, will help you build that muscle-mind connection because you have to focus and stare at your muscles, teaching yourself how to properly contract that specific muscle group. And I always love a bicep pump. And after hitting the biceps, we're going to move back to the chest with a movement that I honestly haven't done enough of, which is the assisted dips or bodyweight dips. And the reason why I prefer assisted, again, is so that we can go light, really focusing on the stretch, the contraction, the repetition of that specific muscle. And it really does add that muscle mass because of its focus on hypertrophy. Now, the resting periods is completely up to you. Again, I'm resting 1 minute, and you can rest 30 seconds or 2 minutes if that's your jam. The main difference is that you give your muscles more time to recover in between each set. And if you're lifting heavier, traditionally, people go for the longer period on the time range in that end. So if you lift like 4 reps, they usually rest like 3 to 5 minutes, but it's really up to you, whatever you find feels best for your body at the moment. And after doing the dips, we are moving on to the back with a cable lat pullover. It took me a second to think about it. And I really had to mess around and find which grip I was feeling today, because even with the grips, I always change it depending on how it's feeling. And it's good to just really mix it up, really hit those muscle groups in a different manner. And I personally do not like doing the same workout every workout. I always mix up my workout, and I still find great results because it really just comes down to your training intensity and how often you train. It doesn't really get that much more complicated unless you make it more complicated. And after doing the cable lat pullovers, I am doing a seated dumbbell lateral raise with an alternation in between the reps, because I really enjoy the little rest that my little shoulders get in between each rep, because I feel like it's easy to overtax the shoulders because of the pushing movement that comes from the chest exercises. And I'm sure you are one of many people that suffer from the continuous shoulder pain. So this is a great variation of a shoulder exercise that I like to use and incorporate within my regime because it feels good on my muscles. Gotta listen to your body, that is key. And after doing the dumbbell lateral raises, we are moving on to the core with a loaded plate crunch. You can do a machine, or you can do a decline crunch as well. And again, we are training with those higher reps. I really been liking going light, and then I finished off my workout with 30 minutes of walking on the treadmill, and I am so surprised what a little action, like 30 minutes of cardio at the end of my workout, has had on my body fat, because it is really just going away steadily but very noticeably. And that's something that I'm going to incorporate more, is the walking after my workout. It's so easy to do. I get to watch something on my phone. And anyway, moving on to the next workout, which will be a lower body workout, and doing an easy bar squats, doing 20 reps of them literally put my quads out for the rest of the workout. Like, that was brutal. And I don't know if I'm going to do that again because it was extremely challenging. But I wanted to push myself because I was feeling a bit slumped. So I was like, I got to do something to wake my body up. And the easy bar squats with the sumo stance gets a good amount of activation in the glutes, the quads, and the hamstrings, primarily the quads and the glutes. And then we're moving on to the seated leg curl, which targets the hamstrings, and it is a great movement. Always feels good to do the hamstring curls. Again, going light, 20 reps. And if you don't like the rep range, you can also fix it to whatever you like. This video is simply here to offer you exercises and workouts that you can do at your own discretion. And after doing the hamstring curls, I decided to go to the hip abductions, which honestly really hurt because I couldn't really focus on my glute, like my muscle mind connection to my glutes, because my quads were hurting so much. And you can see, like, I'm trying to get into the right position, but my quads were on fire. But I committed to finish the exercise. And I use the handles because I wanted to get my form right. And then as you can see, I slowly get it, and you can watch my peaches grow, which is pretty phenomenal. Even as a dude, you should train your glutes. I've noticed it just makes your legs look better, well, in general, but also that my posture and the way I walk has improved because I had a I had a tendency to overarch my back in the past due to improper form on the bench, thinking that that was the proper way to do it, and it really affected me. So finding little exercises like that, the hip abductions and the hip thrusts, actually helped that go away. And that concludes our workout for today. Hit the like button and subscribe for more workouts. And as always, stay tuned and thank you for watching.